selected by OAW patron Khalil Young. Salute to you, sir. And if you have a request for a top five video of your own, please become a patron at patreon.com/OAW and pledge to the top five tier. And with that being said, this is my top five list for comic book characters that I believe deserve a live action film or television series adaptation. Let's get it started.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Greetings to everyone watching live and everyone watching after the fact. Once again, huge shout out to OAW patron Khalil Young for another top five video request. And of course, I cannot forget you all. Shout out to the faithful and salute to the patrons. This is Larry Williams, OAW Commander in Chief, here to bring you all another top five. So let me tell y'all all pretty much how this one came about. So my man Khalil hit me up. Technically, I emailed him first, but it doesn't matter. He hit me up and he's like, Larry, my man, I got an idea. I was like, what's happening, homie? He said, all right, this is what I want, right? He's like, now check this. He's like, top five comic book characters that deserve a live action film or TV show. I said, all right, cool. I said, hold up, wait a minute. I said, are we talking about appearances, like just regular portrayals, or are we talking about like their own films, right? Like leading the film, right? He's like, their own films. I say, whoa, because that's a different list now, right? So then I thought about it, and honestly and truly, it's like it took me in the course of me writing the reply message, I came up with five. I'm like, you know what? I can do that. So pretty much what the criteria for this list is, let me break it down for you all real quick. All right, so this list is going to consist of five characters, right? Who I think could, but I think also should have, if not their own film, then they should be the lead in a film, right? Or a television series, either or, right? So yeah. Here's the other thing too. Real quick, shout out to my man Dijon, because I saw his question that was posted a couple of hours ago. He asked, oh, is it just going to be Marvel and DC, or is it going to be from any comic? So for the sake of this list, I decided to keep it Marvel and DC because those are the two biggest companies. The other thing too is those companies have their own like original IPs. And for the record, so does Image, so does Dark Horse and things of that, you know. But the thing is, with more indie comics, that list is a little bit harder. Because at that point, we're not just talking about specific characters, but rather franchises, right? Like books that could be adapted. So that would be a different list. In that same vein, I didn't include any Japanese manga in this list either, because same thing. Like once we start talking about those types of books, then we're talking about just straight up adaptations of the material, not just the character themselves. So I did keep this one mostly DC and Marvel. All right. Okay, cool. Oh, and just so you all know, I will be accepting questions at the end of the stream. Well, at the end of after I finish with my top five list, but I'll only be answering questions pertaining to tonight's topic. But any super chats will get top priority regardless of what the topic of that comment is. Cool? All right, so let's go ahead and let's kick things off with my number five. This is going to be funny. A lot of people are going to be like, the huh? All right. So, yeah, let's kick things off with number five. So, my number five comic book character that I believe deserves a live action film or television series. I just said live action. Live action. All right. So, yeah, coming in at number five is my man, Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. The reason why he's number five on this list is because Miles already has his own film. He's the star of Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse. And for the record, if y'all have not yet seen that animated film, go check it out. It's really good, right? Really good. One of the best Spider-Man films, one of the best Spider-Man productions ever done. It's really good. It's really good. I see why it won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature that year. It's really good. Here's the thing though. It's animated and the list is supposed to be for live action. So, this is my reasoning for putting Miles on the list. Miles has already been the star of his own movie, right? An animated film. He has he is not he's been incorporated into the main in the 616 universe in Marvel Comics for a few years now. His popularity is rising. He has proven himself as a marketable commercial merchandising machine, right? He's appeared in the Spider-Man PS4 video game. He's appeared in the what is that? What is it called? Marvel the new animated series on Disney XD. I forget the name of it, but like he's a reoccurring character in that. So this is what I'm saying. The stage is set for Miles to get a live action film. It is set. All right. A lot of what they and granted, let's be real about this. Credit where credit is due. This is what Disney's been doing has been doing with a lot of Marvel properties. I would say definitely since 2015. And what they do is they pretty much will they'll test properties, right? Like they'll test them either in they'll perform like market tests, right? Like in comics, which I mean they've kind of gone overboard with that, but that was the main thing. But then they also started doing it in animated series or animated shorts, like direct to video type things. And they've also been doing it in merchandise, right? T-shirts, well, any type of apparel, right? They've been doing it with mugs and notebooks, coloring books, backpacks, shoes, all that type of thing, right? Here's the thing. Miles has checked off all those boxes. So this is what I propose. Right now, we are due for a third Spider-Man, a third film in the Spider-Man Home trilogy. That's what I call it. I call it the Home trilogy because the first one was Spider-Man Homecoming, the second one's Far From Home, so I call it the Home trilogy. But the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, we are due for a third movie. Okay. And I know that Tom Holland was signed on for, I think initially he was signed on for 5 films. Those 5 films were Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and then Spider-Man Far From Home. He had to sign a new deal in order for this next film coming up. So this is what I propose. When Tom Holland is done being Peter Parker, Miles takes over as the MCU Spider-Man. Personally, I would prefer they actually keep Tom Holland around a little bit longer so that we can do a proper mentor mentee relationship, like a proper passing of the torch, right? He can spend some time with Miles in the way that what they did with Sam and Steve, right? With Falcon and Cap, right? Like they spent time together before Cap eventually and inevitably passed over the mantle. I say we do the same thing with Miles. We introduce him. I would say introduce Miles in this next movie. Introduce him in a small supporting role in this next movie, and maybe in the course of this movie, or by the end of this movie, or hell, it could even be the post credit scene. He gets the spider bite in the next one, so that if they decide to go ahead and do a fourth one, then by then that'll be the movie where Peter is training Miles. Pretty much the kind of story we got in Into the Spider-Verse, where an older Peter trains a younger Miles. That's where I think we should do it. I think the stage is set. I mean, dude, it's time. It's time. It's time for Miles to get the live action treatment. Here's the thing, though. All right, I'm not a hard case. I'm a reasonable man. If you don't want to do it in film, do it in TV. You don't have Spider-Man on television right now, except, well, there is that animated one, the one that's on Disney XD. But other than that, I mean, hey man, you can always do Miles on television. That's an option too. Or y'all ready for this? Exclusive series on Disney Plus. I would hate that if they did that because I don't have Disney Plus, but that's an option. Just saying. All right, so that is my number 5 pick. That is my number 5. All right. All right, I'm checking the comments real quick. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat, by the way. Appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate y'all. Everybody watching live, I appreciate y'all. You guys are awesome. All right, so let's I say we go ahead and we move on to number 4, shall we? All right. My number 4 pick for a comic book character that I think deserves a live action film or television series. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the big bad booty daddy, Lord Darkseid. Let's talk about Darkseid, man. Oh y'all thought it was just heroes on this list. Nah, I'm an equal opportunity geek. I include villains as well. Yes, let's talk about Darkseid. Darkseid's number 4 on my list. I'll tell you guys why. The reason why Darkseid is number 4 on my list is because when last we heard the New Gods, which is the book that Darkseid comes from, right? That's the Jack Kirby Fourth World series in DC Comics, but the New Gods that was greenlit for a film that was in development at some point before all of the madness that occurred the last couple of months. Are they still planning on making the New Gods film? We don't know. We know it hasn't been canceled. We do know that. Warner Brothers has not officially canceled it yet, but last I heard, there was no headway on the film at all. It was just in development. So yeah. But that being said, so that's why I put it at number 4, because at least we know that at some point in time, Darkseid was going to appear on film. The other thing too was, for those of you all who are, fans of, the DC extended universe Schneider films, and all of y'all who are still going, oh my God, release the Schneider cut, which there is no Schneider cut. But so anyway, all of y'all know that originally Schneider wanted Darkseid to be the villain for Justice League, not Steppenwolf. Originally, it was supposed to be Darkseid. But they decided to not use Darkseid because around this time was when Marvel was getting ready to put out Infinity War with Thanos as the main villain, and they did not want any confusion between Thanos and Darkseid. So they decided not to do Darkseid. Instead, they did Steppenwolf, which was such a weird choice, but hey, that's their choice. Regardless, let's talk about Darkseid. And okay, nobody brought that up. Good. Do not, nobody in the comments, either live or after, do not bring up that atrocity from Smallville season 10. Do not even bring that up. That was not Darkseid. That was not the big bad booty daddy. Let's talk about Darkseid, god damn it. All right, so here's the thing. All right, roll with me on this one. So they said they went ahead, they announced the New Gods, right? Okay, guess what? I still want to see a New Gods movie. I have no problem with that. This is what I would like. How about, we know that the plan was, oh snap, Khalil's in the building. Khalil, dude, let me know if you want to hop in on the stream, bro. I'll get you in. So anyway, so let's talk about the New Gods movie. Okay, so we know that at some point in time it wasn't developed. Technically, it still is, and we know that Darkseid is intended to be the main antagonist of that film. This is what I would actually care to see. What if Darkseid's the main character of the film? Meaning that, what if the New Gods film is told from Darkseid's perspective? I think that would be kind of cool, especially since DC is on their like this villain craze as of late, and who could blame them because of the success of Joker and whatnot, and the highly anticipated Suicide Squad 2, right? The James Gunn one. So I'm like, yeah, dude, like Why not tell the new God's story from Darkseid's perspective? Make him the central focus of that film. Now, granted, the new Gods ideally should be an ensemble cast, right? And I'm gonna tell you this, dude. I'm curious to see what happens with this film because Marvel is getting ready to release the Eternals, and let's be real about this. That's kind of sort of the same film. Like that's celestial beings. It's a group. It's an ensemble. I mean, let's be real about this. That's kind of the same thing, right? Not exactly the same, but it's it is a film catering to that same like demographic, right? People who like those stories. So it will be interesting to see if and when the New Gods finally does happen, the route they decide to take with it. But we'll see. We'll see. Because Eternals could change that whole because this is one thing we do know about Warner Brothers. They are reactionary. They are very much reactionary. So we'll see. We'll see. But I would like to see Darkseid. I think he is an interesting enough character, and especially with the lore of him, of Apocalypse, of the New Gods, with High Father and New Genesis, and with the Fourth World, like all of that stuff. There is so much lore that could really make some interesting, some interesting films or a TV series. That's the other thing too. I wouldn't necessarily mind a New Gods TV series. I just don't. If you're not going to do, let me put it to you like this: we've done a lot of impressive things with live action television budgets in the last few years. But something, man, well, I mean, maybe. And you know what's funny about that? Um, I didn't even bother with Krypton, the sci-fi series. I didn't even bother with that series, and it's already come and gone. But a New Gods TV series, I could totally see that on sci-fi. That just seems right up their alley, and I think if done well, a New Gods series could succeed in every way that Krypton did not. So yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. Let me let me see. All right. So yeah, Khalil, my man, let me I'm shooting you the link right now. Check your Patreon, good sir. Let's see. All right, Khalil, I just sent you the link. So check it out. But yeah, so yeah, I think that could totally work. And so that's why Darkseid is my number 4. That's why he is my number 4. All right, moving right along. Gotta hydrate. It's very important. It's very important. Gotta hydrate. Gotta hydrate. One must hydrate. All right, so yeah, let's move right along with my number 3. So now we're going to get into some interesting territory because with my number 3, my number 2, and my number 1s have not either received the live action treatment or there have been no news, no developments. Like these are going to be the ones that are like straight up just the ones I want to see, right? All right, so let's get this started. So coming in at number 3, and y'all could probably maybe y'all could guess this one. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure some of y'all can guess this one. Real quick, I'm gonna ask real fast in the comments. Who think they can guess who my number 3 is? Uh, Obey Anime already got it. Obey Anime already got it. Yeah, y'all already know what time it is, man. Number three, man. Number three is my boy Virgil Hawkins, aka Static. Yes, yes. Shout out to Obey Anime. He gets 15 OAW points. Shout out to him. Yes, number three on my list is Static. Um, I my thoughts on Static are kind of almost the same as Miles Morales. The time is now. The stage is set, dude. Here's the thing. I'm not sure how many of y'all keep up with the comics, but dude, ever since Static was sort of brought back into DC Comics, I would say, I guess since the New 52, ever since he was brought in, since the New 52, his popularity has surged again. Because around that time, so what you got? You got 2012, New 52 starts, right? Static is one of the first characters announced with the New 52, right? Then he appears in Young Justice. I think that's season 2 of Young Justice, right around the same time, right? And then um and then all of a sudden you start seeing the the animated series from the 90s, the Static Shock animated series. All of a sudden it starts popping up on Facebook and the clips because because that show was really good. Oh snap, Khalil's in the house.
Yo,
Yo,
what up,
what's
Larry?
happening, my man?
What up, Larry?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Shit,
We
all
got you up.
good. We all good. We all good. About time I got a chance to get in here. I've been working a lot, dog.
Hey man, make that paper, bro.
So
Make that paper.
I came in a little late. What was your number 5?
Miles Morales.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
yeah. Because what I said was is like Miles has already proven that he can command his own movie. So it's time to give him the live action treatment, man.
and this the right
Um,
time to do it too, because a lot of people that was a huge hit in the box office too.
Yep. And we know Tom Holland is going to be on his way out as Peter, you know, in the next
Hmm.
couple of films. So let's start setting up Miles. So yeah, that's why he was my number 5. Darkseid was my number 4.
Yeah,
And right now, and doing like I was saying, right now, I'm talking about my number 3, Static, dude. In many ways, Static is already set up to do what Miles did, right?
hmm,
Because he his popularity has resurfaced,
yeah,
right? Ever since New 52, ever since 2012. So for the last 8 years, he's kind of become a new fan favorite in the comics. So he's winning over the new readers, and then the old readers remember him from back in the day,
right.
and he's always been a favorite of theirs. So it's like, dude, now's the time. Here's the other thing, too. Let's talk about this. Recently, just like the comment I made about Darkseid, where it's like, oh, a Darkseid film could work for DC because they're testing the waters with these villain-centric, villain-focused movies. Okay, here's the thing,
Yeah,
though. DC has decided to get into the teenage superhero arena because granted, you do have all the shows on the CW, which, yes,
right.
they're adult characters, but those shows are for teenagers, right? They're written
True.
for teenagers, right?
Yeah,
Consider this too. Look at what they did with Gotham, right? And look what they're doing now with Titans and with Doom Patrol on DC Universe.
yeah,
So they're introducing and incorporating and working with a lot more teenage characters now. Here's the other thing too. You kind of got to play catch up with Marvel because Marvel's been doing this for a while. Now, granted, Marvel shows are ending now because The Runaways is ending.
hmm,
Cloak and Dagger is ending. But the point is, they already kind of beat you to, they beat you out the gate with live action teenage superhero fare.
right.
Now's your time to get in, submit it, because let's be real about this. You don't have a black one. Get-
Yeah, they need that token. They gotta get the token in first.
right? Or and how about this? Can we please get a black one who doesn't have another token thing, so that the whole thing is, it's like, oh well, it's not that they're black. Yeah,
Right.
but they are gay, or
Right.
they're bi, or there's something else, right? So,
Like that Aqualad shit made me so mad. And
mhm.
fucking Young Justice, I hated that. That was
and, and
unnecessary.
and don't get me started on Mr. Terrific in
Yep.
Arrow,
And
or
fucking and Thunder and
mhm,
Black Lightning.
mhm, yeah, they tend to do that a lot. Um, they tend to do that a lot. So yeah, now's the time to get it right. Now, you know what's funny about this though, Khalil? Check this out. I think Static would do better on television.
And yeah, when you told me, yeah, I honestly I thought about it and I think it would.
I
Cause
think.
even like as I'm watching Arrow right now, I'm thinking about it. They did more of a justice to him putting him on a TV show than a live action movie. Because
Mhm,
not too many people are huge Arrow fans, and I don't think they would have gone to see that shit. Not with him by himself.
Here's the other thing too. Teenage drama sells.
Right.
It just it just
100%.
it just does.
Yeah.
You know, high school drama is still a genre that sells. Why not? Why not cash in on that?
Yeah.
And Static, dude. If you remember the animated series, dude, they had some pretty good, like, high school drama,
Right. Right.
especially for a Saturday morning like kids show. Like, they talked about
It
some.
was
Dude, there was.
it got serious a lot. Like in from what I remember from the animated show, they had
Yeah,
some
man.
serious content on that.
Yeah. So I mean, dude, Static is prime, and if nothing else, look how big of a hit Black Lightning has been. Essentially, you're talking
Mhm.
about a character very much now. Honestly, what I would do, God forbid, I would never want to see Static on the CW. But if for some odd reason he showed up on the CW, dude, have your man Jefferson in as his mentor for that
Exactly.
show.
Or what I thought might end up doing, which it would kind of mess up the continuity of Static, is making him one of the students at Jefferson School. If CW was the ones to do a Static show,
I think you can still do that. It wouldn't mess up the continuity that much.
because where's Virgil from in the comics?
Oh, they are Detroit, right?
Is it? I thought for some reason I was thinking Chicago. I can't
I
remember.
think it's
You could
Detroit.
you could be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
And
say it's Detroit. Um, but yeah, so yeah.
yeah, I like that. I like that pick. So far I agree with pretty much all of them, especially Darkseid, because I don't know. Like I get why they didn't want people to confuse Darkseid with Thanos, but at this point, like who gives a fuck? Like nobody wanted to see Steppenwolf as a Justice League. I didn't know who the fuck that was for a while. I'm like, what? But
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people knew who Steppenwolf. That was an odd choice.
yeah,
And okay, so here was the other dumb thing too. Steppenwolf was supposed to be a precursor. So because the idea was because remember, Justice League was supposed to be two movies.
yeah, right.
So Steppenwolf was supposed to be the villain for the first one. Darkseid was supposed to come in on the second one.
That
Which I'm like, dude, that's
they could have used Vandal Savage. They could have used Lex Luthor, like villains that are easier to usher in a Justice League movie.
oh snap. All
They
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. I mean, the Legion of Doom would have been the easiest pick, right? Like,
Yeah,
just a
that's
no
easy.
brainer.
Yeah,
Because and the other thing too is, not only is it a no brainer, but it's like, okay,
a
like
setup.
if you want to do your big superhero team up movie, but you don't want to do another like alien invasion thing,
Right.
what threat could possibly happen that would force those heroes to team up? Oh, what if the villains decided to team up?
Exactly.
It's a no brainer,
Exactly.
right? It just makes more sense. Um, oh, the faithful are on it, bro. The faithful on it. Okay, so it's Dakota. is where Static is,
It's
and yeah,
based
and it's
on
based on
Detroit. Okay.
Detroit. Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's right.
okay. All right,
Dakota.
cool. Cause Dwayne McDuffie is from Detroit.
I didn't know that.
Hmm. Yep. So it's based on his hometown. All right, so let's get to number two on the list. Okay, everyone's going to get number two. Everyone's going to get number two. So that's everyone. Everybody's getting number two. Hang on a sec. And I say everyone's going to get number two because it's in the thumbnail, man. It's in the thumbnail. So, bams,
Hell yeah.
bams.
Comment? Oh
Yes,
shit.
number two. Number two on my list is the Green Lantern, baby, John Stewart. Number two on my list. Dude, I really liked this picture, and I decided to hang on to it and to use it as a thumbnail because, dude, I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember Justice League Mortal, which was the proposed Justice League film that
Mm-mm.
would have been released in 2009?
I don't
And
remember that.
it was supposed to be directed by George Miller, who did Mad Max, Fury Road, and yeah, so it was in development back in like 2007. Actually, even a little bit before that, because I remember it and Watchmen were like in development at the same time, right? But and for the record, man, like Justice League Mortal had like an interesting cast. They had some pretty good picks. This was one of them. Common as John Stewart. And I was like, oh, dude. And this was right around the time when Common started acting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, dude, that would have been so freaking cool. And he is still kind of my pick for John Stewart. Cause my thing is, I don't want so I don't want young John Stewart. I want seasoned John Stewart. You do a
Older,
John
more mature.
You do a John Stewart movie. I want him to have been doing it for a while. You know. Um,
Yeah.
Now, granted, his origin would be kind of cool because most people don't know his origin. And the biggest thing that John Stewart has appeared in, which is the Justice League animated series, they never did his origin
Right.
in that series. They talked about some of the stuff from his origin, but you don't actually like get to see it. Everything is done, you just hear
Within a
about it.
couple episodes, they like mention shit here and there, but not. They don't really go into depth with it.
Right, exactly. So if any Green Lantern was going to warrant an origin story, John would be the one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that though. Honestly, you could tell the origin story in the opening credits.
Get it out the way. Yeah.
Yeah, you can show it in the opening credits. And then we're good. So or show it in the trailer. How about that, dude? Notice how no superhero film has seemed to done that yet. Do the origin in the trailer so that by the time we get to the movie, it's all new footage.
Do you
Or it's
think do you think the reason for that is because most of the superheroes that they've done already are like the heroes that we already know the origin? So it's like putting that in a trailer wouldn't really draw as much attention to the movie, or you think is another reason for it?
well, no, because all the movies that are origin stories, the origin is in the trailer. What I'm talking about is you crack like I'm talking about a purpose, intentional scheme. It's an artistic choice and it's a marketing choice
Mm-hmm.
to do the origin in the trailer, so that by the time they go to see the movie,
Right. I
like
mean, yeah.
maybe you recap it like in the first like 2 to 3 minutes, but then all of the movie is just new territory.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because think about it. Consider this. Like you saw the type of thing I'm talking about. You saw the um Morbius trailer.
Yes.
The origin's in the trailer.
Yeah.
So what I'm talking about is like if you have like the Morbius trailer and then you go to the movie and like I say in the opening cinematics, they might recap what you saw in the trailer, but then by the time we're rolling, it's a regular movie.
Right. It gives
And
you
we just go.
time to do other stuff instead of
Hmm.
wasting it on the order. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So here's the thing. John is one of those characters I think you could actually get away with that for. With, right? You don't have to do a whole full-blown movie. Now that being said, now don't get me wrong. If we were going to do Hal Jordan again, I personally I would like to see the origin done again, just because it's been done better than what they did in that live action movie. I mean, the live action movie kind of actually no, it doesn't. It doesn't fucking do it, dude. I have always said, you want to do a good live action Green Lantern, a Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Hmm.
Have you seen Green Lantern First Flight?
Yep.
Just make First Flight in live action. That's it. Just make
Yeah.
First
I
Flight.
wouldn't be mad at that. Honestly, take it script by script.
Now, First Flight is like 80 minutes, 88 minutes, like it's just under like 30 minutes. Okay, maybe you stretch it out, another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so you can make it 2 hours. Just do First Flight. That's it. And you have the perfect Hal Jordan movie. Like, that's it, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, but with John, honestly, dude, with John, do the origin in opening cinematic, and let's just go. Let's just
How
go.
do you feel about, like, a lot of people want Idris Elba to play him? How you feel about that?
Okay, so Idris would be I would not mind Idris because Idris would fit the bill for what I want, which is a more
Right.
seasoned
Right.
John, right? So I'm cool with that. Personally, dude, I'd rather see Idris do something else though.
Like what?
Another role.
Okay.
Another role. If he decides that he wants to do comic book adaptations again, I'd prefer to see him in another role.
I ain't mad at that.
Because here's the other thing too: whoever you decide to use for John Stewart, I want that. I want to keep seeing that guy. So you got to keep bringing somebody back, right?
Right.
That's my thing. So yeah. So I still think Common would be a really cool choice. I
Especially now, because Common is a lot better actor than he was in 2009
That's
when he
true too.
first started.
That's true too. Very much so. Very much so. So what I so I have heard some rumors because apparently John has been cast for the Green Lantern television series that's going to be on
John
D.
Diggle,
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's going to be on HBO Max.
HBO. Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be on
it's
HBO
supposed to be
Max.
John Diggle, the same dude.
Oh wait, is it Diggle from
When I
Arrow?
first when I first heard it, because they at the end of Arrow they show like this fucking this clip, a trailer, like John. He basically finds a ring and you see it glow and all that kind of shit like that. If I'm not mistaken,
Oh snap! I
if
thought
it's
it. I thought it had nothing to do with the Arrowverse.
I could be wrong, but that's what I from what I remember. That's what I remember seeing.
Hmm. Oh, it is the same. It's Greg Berlanti, same producer. Dude, get that dude off of dude, get that dude off of your fucking product, man. Dude, hold on. Let me blow this up so y'all can see me. Get that dude off y'all fucking productions, man. Dude, stop with that dude. Stop.
Dude gonna make his money while he can, dog.
Dude, stop with that, bruh. Cut that shit out. So anyway, so yeah, So John would be John would also be the first pick on my list that I wouldn't care to see on TV. So apparently they say he's going to be in the HBO Max series. Okay, fine, dandy. I want John to get a movie. I want him to get a proper movie. You can even have the other Green Lanterns in it. Me personally, what I would do, I would have a John-led movie, right?
Hmm.
With Guy Gardner as a supporting character, right? And then in that movie, I would either introduce or set up Kyle Rayner.
That'll be cool.
You
Is
see
it?
what I'm saying?
Wasn't Kyle the strongest one? I think,
No.
or was it Hal?
Hal became the Spectre at one point, dude.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was. I thought that was
Hal's
Kyle.
he's always been. I think they said Kyle was the most creative because he's the cartoonist, right? So yeah, I
Hmm.
think Kyle was, and because the ring works off of constructs from your imagination. So
Right,
the more creative, the more versatility your ring has, right? So
right.
Kyle is the most versatile, but but Hal's always been the strongest. Like,
Okay.
yeah, dude.
I know John was like pretty much. He like towards the bottom strength wise, but I don't think it's been that
But
much of a
John,
difference.
but well, no, that's not necessarily true because John is the most disciplined. And remember, the ring operates off of willpower.
Yeah.
So that was always John's strength. John had the most grit.
It was cut from a different cloth.
Yeah. 'Cause, hey, man, fucking Marines, bruh.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, and then Guy is the most gutsy. He's the one that will like he's the most I guess adventurous. Guy's the most adventurous. So but yeah, so what I'm thinking is, right, we do somewhat kind of like a buddy cop movie, right? Like
Right.
Lethal Weapon with John and with Guy, right? I wouldn't
Mhm.
necessarily make them dual protagonists. So what I mean is we do their partnership kind of like how we did Doc Strange and Mordo Mordo in the Doc Strange movie, right? In the Doctor
Mhm.
Strange movie, where it's like they're teammates, they're working side by side, but we focus on one more than
Right.
the other. The other one is like the number two. He's supporting. I mean, I don't want to call him a sidekick, but he's kind of like a sidekick, right?
Mhm.
So we do that. Meanwhile, we either introduce him as a small supporting character, just as a human, or we do his origin in this movie, or we close the film or post credit scene with Kyle getting his ring. But we introduce Kyle in some way, set him
Right.
up because in the next one is when the three of them team up.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
And then what I would do for my third movie, right? For the third movie, okay, we got, so the second movie, you got the three amigos, they the hot shit. Ooh, yeah, Green Lantern, boy, yeah, we the shit. You introduce a threat that puts them on their ass. So much so, they have no it's like, you know what, dude? We can't do this alone. We need Hal Jordan. And that's when you bring in Hal, is in the third movie.
We
Cause
need you on the
cause
direction team, dog.
hmm?
We need you on the director team.
Oh man. I don't have the credentials for that. But then again, neither is the dude writing the Batman.
Great point.
or
Great
or
point.
or or the chicks who co-wrote Birds of Prey.
I'm not watching that movie. I
I
don't know
don't know
why.
how they got those gigs. I swear to God, I don't know how they got those gigs, bro. I don't know how they got those gigs. I
They
really
know
don't.
they know somebody that knows somebody. That's the only way.
The old girl who wrote Birds of Prey, for good or ill, she still got the job. The only film she had to her credit at the time she got the Birds of Prey gig
Mhm.
was she co-wrote Bumblebee, and that was it.
Some people say that was good. I never seen. I didn't get a chance to see it.
I liked Bumblebee. I liked it a lot.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
I liked it a lot. It was real. I enjoyed it, but that's just me. I know a lot of people who didn't. Dude, oh, dude, dude, the first 5 minutes is life. It, dude,
I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it. From
I,
the people I know that see it.
I know a couple of people who didn't care for it as much, but you know,
I mean, shit. After what we've been getting from Transformers, I mean, it couldn't have been any worse than the last 2 Transformers movies
Dude,
that came
it's
out.
the best. It's the best Transformers movie. The live action one. Yeah, it's the best one.
I have to
I
see it, man. I gotta should I pull it up on my Fire Stick?
which one? Bumblebee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, check it out, dude. Check it out. Check it out. I think you'll like it. If you like Transformers, you'll like it.
Yeah, I like the first. I like the first 2.
I mean, like the franchise. Like if you're just a fan of Transformers,
Oh
period,
hell
you'll
yeah!
like
I've
it.
always yeah hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll like it. I think so. I think so. All right. So real quick, let me go ahead and okay. So real quick, let me talk about. All right, guys. So unlike my previous, well, because usually on the top 5, this is the time when we talk about honorable mentions, right? Okay, so here's the thing. For this one, I don't really have honorable mentions per se. The reason because the list was a little difficult to make. It was a little difficult to make, right? Here's the other thing too. Any character that I ever came up with that I felt qualified as an honorable mention didn't fit the criteria of the list itself. So I'll just throw some examples. Doctor Doom was one of the main ones, but I wouldn't necessarily give him his own movie. I think you could actually, but I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
because as much as I love Doctor Doom, the fact of the matter is he's never as good without Reed Richards as he is with Reed Richards. He needs Reed Richards as that foil for him. He always works better opposite Reed Richards, right? So, so that's why he's not on the list, right? Okay. Because like I said, technically didn't qualify with what the list asked for. Another one would have been Gambit, right? Like we know he was supposed to
I
get
know
his own film
everybody
at
gonna
some
want
point.
Gambit. Yeah.
He was supposed to get his own film at some point. I am one of the people that think that Channing Tatum would have actually done a good job. I was actually looking forward to that. Dude, I thought he could have been. I thought he could have done a really, really good Gambit. And a lot of people don't believe me when I say that. And I always tell people this: if you don't think Channing Tatum could pull off Gambit, go watch The Hateful Eight. His performance, that character in The Hateful Eight, especially the scenes when he's speaking French, dude, that's fucking Gambit.
I have to
That
see that.
is, dude, he is fucking Gambit in that movie, dude. I'm like, dude, when I saw him in that, that's when I was like, he can do Gambit. He could do Gambit.
See, I
He,
have to see him in like more serious roles because when I think of Channing Tatum, I think of like Coach Carter, fucking Step Up. I think of like all his early shit, and like now later on, and like he does like comedy and stuff like that. But guess I have to see him in more serious roles.
I mean, Hateful Eight is a dark comedy, but his performance is more serious. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because Gambit he has some comedy to him.
Oh yeah.
So that's I think he can pull that off because I think he's versatile enough to pull something like that off.
Channing Tatum is funny now, dude. Did you ever
He
see
is. He is.
Did
He's
you
a
ever
fucking
see
nut.
This Is the End?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, he was hilarious in that movie, bro.
He's a nut, man.
Oh
He
my
can
god.
yeah.
So yeah, so like Gambit's a character. And like I said, I think he could do his. Oh, here's the other thing too, though. I don't. Since we know that the Channing Tatum Gambit isn't happening, I don't know if I want to see Gambit in his own movie.
Would you rather just see him portrayed as a better villain? Not even a villain, but
Would I mean? I kind of we're getting ready to reboot the X-Men anyway. Let's just do it right this time around.
please.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind though. I like where your head's at though. Like the notion of him being sort of like an anti-hero for a
Right.
while, or he could just be a flat out villain. Because dude, that's the thing I loved about Gambit in X-Men Evolution. He was introduced as a villain,
Right.
and
Right.
he was
Right.
fucking Dude,
He
oh,
was honestly, he was like my favorite part of Evolution.
dude, he was. I wonder what. Hmm. No, my favorite part of Evolution was probably. Well, yeah, he was one of my favorites. My favorite part is probably Nightcrawler. I love Nightcrawler in
Oh
that
yeah,
series. I love him. He he's arguably my favorite character in that series. I say arguably because I'm a Wolverine fan, but what they did with Nightcrawler in that series was
yeah.
pretty damn good. Him and Rogue, him and Rogue are my two favorites in that series. Um,
Because I got tired of Rogue, like from the live action movies, how they betrayed her, like being this.
oh yeah, dude, I'm still not a fan of Anna Paquin. Still not a fan because dude, I just don't. She's not a good actress to me. She's not. She's not.
She's very underwhelming.
Yeah. So yeah. They God, and I can't put man, and in hindsight, dude, I'm like, of all the dude, you know who would have made a fucking great hang on a minute. You know who would have made a fucking great Rogue? Because what trips me out about that is because remember when X-Men was made, right? It was released in 2000, so it was shot in like 98, 99. Dude, in the late 90s? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, hold up. Dude, in the freaking late 90s? Dude, how was my girl not cast as Rogue?
Damn it, she had a lot of work too. Hell, what the fuck is her name?
It's
I know she one of them people. When I
Fariza
see her
Bulk.
face,
Fariza
yeah,
Bulk.
when I see her face, I know exactly who she is.
Dude, how?
She's been in a
How, bro?
lot of shit.
How?
She's been
How,
in a
dude,
lot of
especially
stuff.
dude, especially if you've seen The Water Boy where she was doing
Yeah,
that southern
yeah.
accent. How did she not get Rogue, bruh? She would have been perfect as Rogue, bruh.
That's,
She would have made a great Rogue.
I never even thought of that.
She would have made a great Rogue. But anyway,
I hadn't seen her in nothing in a while.
last thing I saw her in, she played a small supporting role in Ray Donovan.
Really, I like Red Dawn.
She okay, maybe you've seen this episode. Remember the girl with the kid who lived at the motel that Ray's dad was hiding out in? That was her.
Damn.
Cause what was that? That was season 3, I think. Season 3 or season 4. It was when
I want to say that's season 3.
season
That's
3.
season
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Damn. I see. I didn't even. I probably wasn't paying good enough attention to her.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, because the whole thing about that story was that like Ray's dad had kind of like developed this like kinship with this kid. But yeah, but that was the kid's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She was the kid's mom.
Shit. Fucking.
I
That
need to.
dude's a nut. The fuck is his name?
Oh, John Hoyt.
He.
Yeah,
I love him in that shit.
yeah.
I
John
didn't
Hoyt,
even. For the
dude.
longest, I didn't know that was old girl's dad.
Angelina's
Um,
dad. Yeah,
I
Angelina Jolie's
never
dad.
fucking knew that. I never knew that. It's about a month ago. I'm like, what? He don't even look like her. Well, she don't
That
look
is
like him.
that is true. That is true. That is true. I do agree with that. All right, man. So let me see any other honorable mentions because, like I said, most of my honorable mentions had to do with portrayals, right? I didn't
Right.
include any other X Men because, like I said, we're getting a live action X Men. I mean, an X Men reboot. Same reason why Fantastic Four isn't on my list because they're rebooting that. And then, I mean, there were some. I mean, dude, the thing is, like, Marvel's already adapted so many of their characters, right?
They have.
And they've already done so many of the characters that I was holding out for, right? So, like, we did Doc Strange, we did Black Panther, we went back and did Daredevil, we did Luke Cage. I mean, I would like a new Iron Fist, but if I never got one, I wouldn't cry about it. I mean, I'm trying to think of any other Marvel, like a big. I mean, dude, and here's the other thing. All the other characters I can think of, they're associated with one of the ones I already mentioned. Galactus is a Fantastic Four character. Silver Surfer is a Fantastic Four character. Hell, even Namor
Yeah.
is a Fantastic Four character. So and yeah, and we're redoing Blade, which I am excited for.
I can't wait
Mahershala,
for that shit.
dude,
Yeah, I can't wait
Mahershala,
for that.
bruh. Somebody threw out Nova. Yeah, well, but time out. Didn't they already announce Nova was one of the projects they were considering? Like I think Nova is in development.
That I don't know.
I think he is one of the characters that they have like slated to do at some point in time. So that's why I didn't think about Nova. But so yeah, that's pretty much all my honorable mentions. I tell you what though, before I reveal number one, Khalil, man, this is your request.
Right.
Do you have a top 5 list?
Fuck. Okay, you already know who my number one is. I've been saying this shit for years. Nightwing, number one.
They have him on Titans. On
I gotta
DC Universe.
watch that. I don't know why, but I've been real skeptical about that show.
Yeah, I haven't heard good things about it.
Mm-hmm. So, Dick Grayson. Fuck, that's hard. See, I asked you. See, I got a freestyle. Let me see. Static. He's on mine too. Damn, that's tough. I would like to see, but I don't know whether I would want to see the Titans as a show or like a movie, like a better show than what I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna watch the Titans show just off the little bit of it I have seen. I don't like the tone of it, the direction of it, none of it. I don't like anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I want to see a Titans movie or show that kind of ends up with Trigon and Raven, that whole storyline being like the main villain of it.
There's always Young Justice. That's another thing too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. But we kind of, it's like you said, some characters are associated with everything, with other characters they've already done. I want to see like a Flash film with a good Flash.
Yep.
Because everyone they've chosen to play him, I absolutely hate. You know how I feel about old boy on the CW show. The dude from the live action movies, he sucks. Like
I've never been. Dude, I don't know what is Warner's like man crush on Ezra Miller. Dude,
I don't get it.
Me neither. I don't get it.
Because even with the dude from CW, for every Flash is supposed to be this muscular dude, like confident, not shy as fuck. Like he's not like that. But that's how they can continue to portray him. But I don't get why they keep doing that.
I think Grant Gustin made a good Flash. It's just the way he was written. Like if he was written better, yeah. I mean, Grant Gustin's fine. I didn't have that big of an issue with Grant Gustin. I just wish he was written better. My issue is with Barry, not with Grant Gustin. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. My issue is with the character, not the actor. Because that's the other thing too, dude. I would argue most of the CW actors and actresses are actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think
it's just that the material's not very good.
And that's why I will say this: as when it comes to Black Lightning, I think Tobias, the actor that portrays Tobias, may be the best actor out of all the villains in the CW shows. To me, he portrays Tobias better than I think the rest of the outside of the guy who plays Slade and Captain Cold. He may be the best one.
Yeah, Wentworth Miller. Well, Slade was Manu Bennett, and Captain Cold's Wentworth Miller. Yeah,
those three probably the best ones. Because he sells that shit though. Like everything, even with the smart little like semi-racist comments, I'm like, I love that shit because he sells it.
Dude, I heard like I still love Tom Cavanaugh as Reverse Flash, and I heard they brought him back this season as Reverse Flash, and I saw a clip of it, and I'm like, dude, what the? I was like, bruh. Oh, bruh.
He was good though. I can't lie.
Yeah, he's good, but I'm just talking about like the way in which it's implemented in the dude. If y'all would have like killed him off in season at the end of season 1, like you originally intended,
Hmm.
or if he only was ever Harry from Earth 2 and he was just a like a surprise cameo character every now and then. But dude, he's been on the show. He's been a regular
Right.
all
And
this whole
I feel like
time.
with them having so many different Harrison Wells, it kind of cheapens him a little bit.
It did. It did. Yeah, definitely. I
But
definitely agree
yes.
with you. Yeah.
So three of them I say was definitely Nightwing, Static, and who else did I say? Flash, of course. That's probably it that I can come up off the top of my head. Marvel, I think everyone I wanted to see done, for the most part, has been done.
You know what? I do have an honorable mention. Like a legit honorable mention because I'm like, man, maybe I should have put him on this list. But my list was already too DC to begin with.
Hmm.
Sandman, Dream, because dude, I was heartbroken when because I think it did officially get canceled. The Joseph Gordon-Levitt Sandman film that was supposed to happen. I was super excited about that, dude, and then it got canceled after BVS. It was amongst the projects that got canceled, and yeah, man, I was like, dude. But the other thing too, though, I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt left before they officially canceled it, and they never like tried to replace him because that was a dream project for him. That was his thing, and he was co-writing it with Neil Gaiman. So yeah, if he's not gonna be a part of it, then I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it, right? I really wish he could have done that. That would have been really good.
Okay.
That would have been really good.
Not of course not for his own movie, but bring Lex Luthor back with a better casting choice. I don't give a fuck if they use old boy from Smallville.
Oh no, Rosenbaum's not doing it again. He's not.
I
He's like,
know
he's
it,
never
but
doing it again.
they need somebody like
He's
even the dude they had play him in what movie was that they last used Lex? Um,
BVS
yeah,
with
no,
Jesse Eisenberg.
no, they don't do that again.
I still think Jesse Eisenberg could have been a great Lex if they would have fucking gave him better material.
And I don't think he's a bad actor, but is maybe it was because of the movie.
It was the material. The material was shit. The
But
script
yeah,
was bad. It was bad. Because here's the thing: if they would have written Lex the same way they wrote Zuckerberg in Social Network, nobody would be saying that about Jesse Eisenberg. He might get shit for playing basically the same character again, but nobody would have given a shit because
true.
he got a fucking Oscar nom for Social Network. And it's like you write Lex in that same vein. He is a young millennial, young mid-20 millennial, social media, tech app, smartphone
Right.
fucking billionaire, right? Who is getting into all of this other shit. Like they should do. That was the opportunity to update Lex into a contemporary dude, like Lex should have been written like a sadistic Mark Zuckerberg or like a twisted Steve Jobs. That's how they should have wrote him. And
Yeah.
Eisenberg would have been great for that. He would have been perfect. But
Yeah.
hey man. Hey man, dude, I can't keep giving all these great ideas on fucking YouTube for free.
They need to start paying you, dog.
You
Been doing
know,
this shit 10 plus years. They gotta start paying at some
I
point.
can't keep doing this shit on YouTube for free. It's not my job to rewrite these movies. So all right. Yeah. let's we just crossed the hour mark, so yeah, let's go ahead and let's reveal the number one real quick though. I want to see if anybody can guess the number one, and I'll give you all a hint. Obey Anime did it again. He guessed the number one. I saw his comment earlier. It was a while back, but he guessed the number one. I was like, God damn, dude, guessing my whole list.
Shit, I don't think I'd be able to guess. Cause I knew you was gonna have Static on there. I figured you were gonna have Static, but I didn't know how high he was gonna be. But that was the only one I was for sure that would be on the top 5.
Oh, for real? You can't guess the number one either?
Mm.
Can you guess it right now?
So you said
Seeing everybody who was on the list, who do you think number one would be?
Marvel or DC?
That'd be giving it away.
It would. That we haven't seen yet. We already talked about Gambit.
All right, I'm about to reveal it, man. Let's just go ahead and do it. Boom!
Shit. Yeah.
Number one, Terry McGinnis, aka Batman of the Future, aka Batman Beyond, baby. Dude, come on now. Yeah. You said, Khalil, bro, you said characters that deserved a live action film or dude, it's been too long.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I should take Terry off this list because Terry doesn't deserve one. Terry is old one. It's been that long, dude. Batman Beyond, that animated series. Oh, and isn't this the 20th anniversary?
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
Dude, are you getting the Blu-ray?
Fuck yeah.
The new Blu-ray, dude. Yes. When is it drop? Is it August? I think it's dropping. Real quick, anybody in the chat know when the new?
I want to say early August.
One, cause I think it is the summer. I think it's the summer. Oh, wait a minute. According to this, it says it's already out.
What?
It said it came out in October, this past October. But is this the digitally remastered one?
Because I have the old, like I got the whole Batman animated series, but it's not Blu-ray at all. It's like the old regular DVD shit.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna like this. This is saying that it already came out. I'm gonna have to go back and double check this because I'm talking about the digitally remastered one. Because there is a version of the series on Blu-ray, but that was from a while back. Yeah, DeJean said it already came out. Okay, I need to go grab it then. I need to go get it.
Both of us. I thought it was. See, I told you I worked too much.
Yeah, I need to go get it because I thought it was coming out this summer.
Because I caught the Batman animated series, Superman, and Justice League.
Oh snap! Somebody said, "Isn't it limited? Like a limited edition?" Oh, maybe. I mean, it's on Amazon, but it costs a lot on Amazon right now, bro. It costs a lot. $85.
Shit.
And see, and the thing is, though, dude, I already own the series. Right. I just wanted, Blu-ray, remastered on Blu-ray. With Chris, with the better audio and stuff like that. I mean, the copies I got are pretty because I have I think it's the DVD.
Yeah, I have the DVDs.
It's the DVD version. So
the series and the movie with
Return to Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that's such a good movie. But yeah, man. But yeah, so Batman Beyond, dude, the series was popular when it came out. It became a cult classic relatively quickly. Because people dug the character, people dug the conceit, the concept of it. They dug the world that Batman Beyond was in. And then it ended up going to comics, became very, very popular in comics, right? And it's kind of stuck around. That's the other thing too. Just like what I said about Static Dude, like Batman Beyond has stuck around in the comics for at least the last 8 to 9 years.
Yeah, it's been pretty relevant.
I think it was a New 52 title, I think.
It was.
So and then of course like they kept it around for Rebirth. So it's like you should make an Amazon wish list. I have one. I do have one. Um, it's not very full though. But so yeah. So man, I lost my train of thought. Um, because I'm reading some of the comments. But anyway, but yeah, dude, it's like so. The thing was, yeah, it's like the series has always been popular. It became a cult classic. Then it went over into comics. The popularity, sustainable popularity, right?
Yeah.
Sustainable popular. It's not a flare. It's not a toss up. It's not a fluke. Like he has remained popular. And dude, and people have been petitioning for a Batman Beyond film for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I think it's time. It's time. It's
I think
time. It's long
people
overdue.
I think people requested a Beyond movie more than they have a Nightwing or Dick Grayson film.
Yes, yes. Well, because it's actually Batman,
Right.
and that's the thing. And dude, and the other thing too was, dude, I remember like the last time I was seeing a lot like chatter, right? Was for a Batman Beyond film was it was right after Spider-Man Homecoming came out, and it was before we found out about the Batman. Before the Batman got announced, because people were talking about, oh, we need to make a Batman Beyond film and bring back Michael Keaton to play Old Man Bruce, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, yes, yes, that would be
And to be
awesome.
honest, it's the right time to do a Batman Beyond because they've ran regular Batman in the ground, and it's not going to be done better than it's already been done. At least not in my opinion with the trilogy.
Yeah, and the other thing too is it's like, I mean, me personally, I think it would have been cool to either do a Batman Beyond film in between the Nolan trilogy and the Affleck one, or do it alongside the Affleck one, right?
Yeah.
That way you could have cast, an OG to play the Bruce, like I mean, well shit, I don't know who you would cast, because I'm like, who could pull off like an old Ben Affleck, right? But like it would have been kind of cool to see like what that Batman that was in the DCEU, what he would be like what would the world be like in the future of that universe, right? But they didn't do that either. So dude, it's time. It's time. Can
Yeah.
can 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 we get Batman? And I don't want a TV show. Fuck that. No, I
Nah,
want a
this need
movie.
to be in a movie.
It needs to be a movie, dude. It needs to be a movie. But seeing as how we're getting ready to reboot fucking Batman again is probably gonna be a long time.
Probably another 10 years.
Shit, I'd say probably closer to 15.
Damn.
Well, because consider this: if the Batman is a hit and they make a trilogy, I mean, the trilogy is gonna be like damn near 10 years.
Over a decade. Yeah.
So who would play Terry? Oh, you know what? Okay. We can start some questions. Who Katakuri fan, who would play Terry? All right. So Khalil man, you'll remember from our our message correspondence, because you asked
Right.
me to throw in castings with this
True.
list, and I said I didn't want to do that, and the reason for it is because I would prefer to see unknowns in most of these roles. The only
Especially for Terry.
yeah,
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Like I said, Common for John Stewart. I always thought that was a cool idea. So I'm totally down with that casting. Right. There's also word that they're looking at the cat who plays. I forget the actor's name, but he's the cat who plays Shadow in American Gods. Him as being John Stewart for the HBO series. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's a pretty cool pick, right? Real talk, dude. In terms of castings, the only character on this list that I have somewhat of a casting for would be Darkseid, because I think Ving Rhames' Darkseid would be fucking awesome.
I can see that.
That's just me.
I can see him doing that.
I think
The
Ving
writing
Rhames.
will have to be good though, because I feel like that's an easy role to fuck up. Like what Marvel did with Thanos was perfect. From the dialogue, everything was absolutely perfect with him. But it's easy to fuck that up though. With especially with villains like that.
I don't know how you fuck up Darkseid. I mean, he's pretty fucking simple, man. It's not that complicated. But I will say this: whoever you do get to cast him, they need to be able to speak very well. Like, don't just get a big
Yes.
dude because
Yeah.
he's a physical, imposing presence. Like he need because dude, Darkseid has some of the best monologues you have
Yeah.
ever read. Oh my God, dude, he has some of the best monologues you have ever read. So you need somebody who can speak well, right? And Bing Rames, I think, can do that. I think he could. That's just me. Now for Terry though, I kind of want an unknown.
Yeah.
I want an unknown for Terry, man. I want someone we haven't seen yet. That's just me.
Because
Um,
I can't think of an actor I would want to play that.
there's only one I could think of. There's only one I could think of.
Same thing with Dick Grayson. I can't think of one person I would want to play that now that I think can do it right now. Maybe
See,
10 years ago, probably.
okay, yeah. See, here's the thing. Like my choice for Terry is kind of older now, so unless we were going to do adult Terry, I don't think he would work as well. Michael Pitt would have been my choice. Hang on. Let me go ahead and share. Here we go. Yeah, I think Michael Pitt would have been a good choice.
Yeah.
I think
Damn. And that one picture, he kind of does look like him
I think he could have
in a
made a really
way.
good Terry. But Pitt's getting up there in age now. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, dude, could you imagine Pitt and Perlman?
Old
Dude,
Batman. Yeah.
Perlman as old Bruce. Dude. Oh, actually,
Let's see.
I take. Nah, I don't know if I would want Ron Perlman to voice Darkseid. He could though. He'd be a great Darkseid. But oh man, come on now. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, he would have made it. He would have made a good Terry, I think. Um, but yeah, that's the only one I could really think of off the top of my head. So so yeah, other than that, man, like I said, it'd have to be an unknown. Somebody we don't know.
Whew. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
I'm trying to think of like some other like young actors, and yeah, I can't think of one so far.
I know 10 years ago, I wouldn't mind seeing Wes Bentley as Nightwing, but now probably not because he doesn't look old, but for the Nightwing that I would want to be portrayed, I don't think he's the best right now.
Wes, man, why does that name sound familiar? Wes Bentley.
He was in he was in Hunger Games. He was
Oh
in
yeah, which one is? Oh yes. Oh yeah.
he was
As
in
oh
what the
yeah, he
fuck?
would have. Well, eh, eh, I don't know. He has more of a villain face to me.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Other than I'm trying to think who else.
he definitely has more of a villain face. Like he looked like he would make a really cool fucking Riddler.
Now that I want to see done again. That I would love to see done again. I think I like Jim Carrey. I don't care. I like that shit. It just wasn't really a good movie, but I liked him. He's wacky. Everything that you would think the Riddler would be like.
My man DeJean says there aren't is the not ant aren't ant isn't a word. There aren't a lot of young actors that can pull off that cocky attitude of Terry. Ah,
Mm,
I
that you
think
know of, but it's probably some motherfuckers we don't know about that could pull it off. That's
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
reason why we wanted to be unknown.
Right, right. So yeah, so that's my thing. I would like for it to be an unknown. But in the case of Bruce, it needs to be a veteran. It needs to be an OG. It needs to be an
Yeah,
OG, a big name, somebody we know.
definitely.
Um so like I mean I think Michael Keaton could do a good job. I just threw out Ron Perlman. I think he could do a good job. Um Another old Bruce. I'm trying to think of another. Mm, hmm. Hmm.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Another old Bruce. Dang. Yeah, I'd really have to think about like for an older Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I'd have to really stop and think of like who else
Mm,
could do a really good job with that. Because Bruce isn't supposed to be too old, right?
no, he was in his wasn't he 70 in the in Batman Beyond?
I think
He
closer
was
to
old.
80. Closer to 80.
He was old.
Because Batman Beyond is what, 50 years in the future?
Fuck, I think it's 40.
40 years in the
Cause
future? Okay, that would make sense because Barbara is in her 60s.
and he's about at least 10 to 15 years older than Barbara and
Yeah.
Dick.
So yeah, he would be knocking on like 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think what Bruce is like late 20s, early 30s when he starts, right?
As Batman? Early
Yeah.
20s. Early 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was like more so like 25, 26, like
That's
late
still early.
20s.
That's still early.
Okay.
Early-ish. Okay. Duh. Clint
Clint
Eastwood.
Eastwood, the
Duh.
GOAT. The
Duh.
GOAT.
Right. Okay. Yeah. 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 Um. Oh,
Old Bat.
Man, Maniac Menace, Dylan O'Brien. Hmm. Who is
Uh,
Dylan?
I think they were saying something about him. They wanted him to play Nightwing, so that like that'll be a good Nightwing. I don't know if he's as
Oh, from Maze Runner.
yeah.
I don't know. He looks too nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about. Like, I don't know if he doesn't have enough of an asshole look to him.
Yeah, he looks a little too nice. He looks like the good guy. He looks like a good guy. Um, yeah, he looks a little too nice. All right. Well, that is pretty much going to do it for this list. Those are my top five comic book characters to adapt. The ones I think deserve a live action film or television series. Once again, that list, number 5 was Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. Number 4 was Darkseid. Number 3 was Virgil Hawkins, aka Static. Number 2 was the Green Lantern, John Stewart. And number 1 was Terry McGinnis, aka Batman of the Future, aka Batman Beyond. Um, yeah, yeah. So
Good list. Good list.
All right. Well, yeah. Since I got you here, Khalil, man, thanks so much for
No problem, dog. Always, always.
thanks so much for being a patron, for supporting the channel, and for providing us with all these great top 5 videos. I need to start doing some of my own videos because I've only been doing yours.
Think of something, dog.
I need
I know you got.
I do have a short list. I have a short list. I do. Um, and a lot of them are redos, like revisits, right?
Like
So
of
like
old, like some.
top 5 favorite TV shows, right? Like that's one that's on my list to revisit that one. Top favorite um non-anime cartoons, right? Top favorite non-superhero cartoons. That's another one that's on my list. So I've come up with some. I've come
Didn't
up
you
with some.
do like a top 5 Justice League episodes a while
I
back?
did. I did.
Okay.
Well, that was one of the first ones. That was one of the first top 5.
Yeah.
And I think it
Shit.
might still be my most viewed top 5. Either that one or the Avatar one.
I thought it was the one with was that a top 5? The one you and Uber did, or was that like a was that a top 5?
Which one?
Maybe that was just a discussion about Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, that was just a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't because I think didn't we do well, I mean, I don't even know how many Yu Yu Hakusho videos we did together. I know we did the Sensui favorite
That's the
villains.
video I'm thinking about.
The favorite
Yeah.
villains video. Yeah.
That's the video I'm thinking about.
Which that one's really popular too. But yeah, so I've got some ideas, and I know like a lot of people have like requested like top 5s and stuff like that. But I keep telling them like, yo, become a patron, become a patron. You can make it happen, man. Like
Yeah.
like the other night, like a cat hit me. I think he hit me over like 2 of them. I'm like, dude, like if you become a patron, like I can do those, but you got to become a patron. That's kind of the thing. All right, so real quick,
Shit, I was subscribed for 10 years and I didn't even know how to become a patron until recently. Probably about a year ago or so.
Trent, here come Trent with the super chats. He go again. He always do this. What's happening, Trent? So yeah, Trent says, I said that earlier, Larry, but thoughts on a live action Hawk Girl / Hawkman movie, also HB Electra, since we only had that Jennifer Gardner movie, LOL.
Hawk Girl.
So a Hawk Girl and Hawkman movie? Because we've had a live action adaptation because they were in Legends, right? So
they were in the CW shows.
Yeah. So a movie between those two? Okay, sure.
I think the best way to do that was if you were to use Hawk Girl as a Justice League member, and then after that, give her own movie because she doesn't have a big enough fan base to do a standalone for a Justice League movie.
I probably wouldn't do a standalone with them. I would probably have their story be part of a team movie, right?
In a similar way that Marvel did the dude with the arrows and shit. No.
Oh, Hawkeye,
yeah. In a similar way they did him, but he's probably a little bit more popular than they are.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, so I wouldn't do Hawk Girl and Hawkman have their own movie. I would make their story part of a bigger movie. Because essentially that would be like their plot, right? For either one of them. If you had a Justice League movie, right, where either Hawkman or Hawkgirl was a member of, pick either one. That would essentially be their storyline. Is the story with the other, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thoughts. And Elektra, not her own movie. Not her own movie. So we already know there's probably a really good chance they're going to redo Daredevil so that they can put him into the MCU proper, as opposed to what we had on Netflix. There's a very good chance that that's going to happen. So when they do finally get around to doing that, let's redo Elektra again and let's get it right this fucking time, because it isn't this goddamn difficult.
It's not. Because
It's not that difficult.
her character is not that deep. It's not for it to be this hard to make a good portrayal of her.
Right. So yeah. All right, appreciate that, Trent. Thanks so much. Let's see. Let us go, because we are man. We're at an hour and a half, man. Let's get this going. Let's see. If there are any other questions.
I don't see it. Keaton on that Mark Pellegrin.
Let's see. Okay, I already answered that one.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it.
Oh snap! Carlos is. I don't know if he's still in the building. What's happening, Carlos? Let's see. Moving right along. I don't see any questions. Just a lot of people commenting on the choices.
They said you did top 5 rappers.
I don't believe so. No.
That'll be difficult for me, depending on what we're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't done top 5 rappers, but in case anyone's interested, where's my finger? There you go. That right there. That's for you. That right there. Just. Well, you know what? That would have made a really cool honorable mention, but we've already done them twice. Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Doing Ghost Rider again, but we've done them twice. But we've only done each Ghost Rider though. Well, I mean, we did do like because Ghost Rider, like the Nick Cage one, had 2 movies, right? But like even the one in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that was a different Ghost Rider.
That one I didn't see. I seen the 2 Nicolas Cage movies.
So yeah, like like a proper Ghost Rider, like yeah. And can we actually do like a horror Ghost Rider, like make it fucking scary, dude?
What about Robbie Amell as Terry?
Nah. Not a bad choice.
Robbie Amell.
Who's Robbie Amell?
Yeah.
So that's Stephen Amell's brother. He was the original Firestorm in Flash.
Oh, that's Terry.
Yeah, and he kind of ain't he old? Like, isn't Robbie Amell like in his late 20s, early 30s?
He's definitely 30 by now. He's got to be 30. Because I mean older.
Like not old, but like older than
That's Terry.
Well, see that right there? That's letting me know. It's letting me know, man. It's time to shut this down. All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead. We're going to wrap this one up, man. We went for a while on this one, but Khalil, man, I'm so glad you were able to join in tonight, man. And
appreciate
once again,
the invite, bro.
Dude, once again, thanks for being a patron. Thanks for suggesting. Let me ask you a question, real quick, because I don't know if you caught the last live stream, but
I missed the last one.
Okay, so apparently some of the patrons have let it known that they don't mind teasers, right? So I'm curious, do you already have a top 5 in mind for next month?
I don't. Not at the moment. I don't.
Okay, cool. No problem, no problem.
Mm,
I'll get at you. I'll get at you.
all right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I want to thank everybody for joining me live tonight. Thank everybody for watching after the fact. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share it on social media, share it with friends, anybody you think will get a kick out of it. And last but certainly not least, make sure if you want to support the channel, if you have requests for videos, whether it be a top 5, discussion of the week, anime review, advice corner, or a film review or a television review, become a patron at patreon.com/OAW. Also follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. All you have to do, just Google search OAW Entertainment and you'll find me. So what's coming next on the channel? I think I got to change up the days on this one. I think instead of Tuesday, I think Trent, are you listening, bro? I think we're gonna do the movie review on Monday.
What
I
movie?
think I'm The Last Samurai.
Mm,
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
It's on Netflix.
Is it?
It's on Netflix. Yep.
Fuck, let me stop watching shit I've already seen. I'm gonna try to watch it.
Yep. It's on Netflix. I rewatched it last night.
Somewhere
Good
else.
movies. Damn good movies. Still one of my favorites. Still one of my favorites, man. I love that movie.
Sure.
So yeah, so me and Trent are actually gonna be on. Trent, let me know if Monday works for you. We'll do it on Monday. And I want to do it on Monday because I'm trying to get like this alliteration game going, movie Monday, Twitch Tuesday. The main reason I want it on Monday is so I can get back to Twitch on Tuesday. Dude, I have not been twitching on Tuesdays. I need to get back to twitching on Tuesdays. Because that was a thing, Twitch Tuesday, right? Uh, but yeah, so that's going to be that's going to be the next stream. And then I think next week I will have 2 Batman Telltale Let's Plays. Those will be up. And then the monthly Q&A is going to be on Friday on what is that, the 24th, I think? I think that's the date. Yeah, the 24th. That's going to be the monthly Q&A. So patrons, you guys will get. Do you usually work on Fridays?
My schedule is basically I work 24 hours, then I'm off 48.
Oh,
So
I got you.
there's no set days or anything like that. I have to look. I'll let you know if I'm working that day on the 24th.
Okay, cool deal. But yeah, so on the 24th, that's going to be the monthly Q&A. That will be the live show where patrons will get to join the show. So yeah, and we just gonna chill, we gonna kick it, we gonna answer some questions and whatnot. I might do another super chat goal for that one. We have yet, dude. I've only done them twice. We have yet to meet a super chat goal. But I tell you what though, when this video archives to the patrons watching. Well, no, not patrons watching, to well, anyone really, anybody watching really. Post some ideas you guys might have for like what type of goal would you guys like to see as a super chat goal? Share that in the comments. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys would be like excited for. I got a couple ideas. Like I said, like an extra top 5 for a month, or an extra Q&A, or that Hunter review that I've been putting. I mean, I haven't been putting it off. It's just my slate's been getting filled with so much stuff. But like, I was like, yeah, I can make that a super chat goal where it's like, okay, like if we hit $30 on the super chat goal, Hunter review is going to be the next review up, right? Something like that, right? So yeah, we'll see, what I can come up with by next Friday, or this upcoming Friday rather. All right, guys. So with that being said, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander in Chief, Khalil, you want to say what's peace to the
Yeah, all y'all be safe out there, man. Hopefully I'll see y'all next time on the next Q&A live stream. Everybody be safe. It's crazy out there right now.
Oh yeah, don't I know it? Oh, we got another one from Trent. Trent says, "Sound good, boss. I'm not working, so I'll be ready." All right, cool. So yeah, we'll be ready to roll Monday night. So yeah, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander in Chief. I am signing off, and until next time, peace.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?